Hi everyone! It's finally the end of the year. The sun is out, the weather is ridiculously hot, and school is finally coming to an end. I hope everyone had a good school year this year despite it all being online. I know it was difficult for all of us. Robotics has had to look very different this year, and I'm really proud of everyone for continuing to participate and to be a part of this team and continuing to try to produce something amazing despite the challenges that we had. And remember, in the wise words of Pitbull, I don't understand the word lose, I only understand the word learn. So even though this year might have been a loss for a lot of people, we still learned a lot, and I'm really proud of that. But what's all this hard work for if you can't appreciate it? Well, the media team has put together this amazing video so that we can appreciate all the work we've done this year. So sit back, relax, and without further ado, enjoy this recap of this robotics season.
I would like to give a thank you to all the frontline workers and vaccination clinic workers who sacrificed so much this past year to help keep us safe. Now, here are a few videos of our sub-team captains describing all the great work that they've been doing this past year for our team.
So this year in pneumatics, we decided that since we can't do anything physical, we would instead focus on future years by building a pneumatics learning module that will help us train future pneumatics team members on the inner workings of pneumatics. In the process of doing that, we were in contact with Festo to line up parts that we can order next year, and they also told us that they have a program that can donate us pneumatics parts. So because of that, we also got donated pneumatics parts that we can use to build robots in the future. So this year was really just a year for the future.
Hi there, Jamie from Electrical here. Our sub-team's been pretty busy this year. To make sure our members are ready to lead next season, we've covered an entire season's worth of subjects over Google Meet. Some of the topics we went over include manual dissection, battery procedures, different types of sensors, and what to pack for competitions. In addition to that, Adam Sokas returned to mentor our sub-team this year. He taught us about PLCs and provided us with the knowledge and resources required in the form of lessons and examples to plan out and design an interactive game field next year through the use of PLC-controlled game elements.
Hey everyone, it's Sened, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about what programming has been doing for the past season. It's been very difficult over long distance, but I'm pretty proud of the, advancements we've made and all the preparations we've made for the coming in-person seasons. So for starters, I wanted to show you guys one of the crown jewels, I guess you could say, of what we've been doing this year. In this master document, we have different things just like Java skills, how to use GitHub, all the basics you need to actually be a valuable programmer. Next up, a scouting app. We've planned out all of our features in terms of what we want to use, the different types of methods we want to do it, the programming languages we're going to be using for it, and, well, the whole deal. But another interesting thing about it is we kind of started taking on a more project management approach with these tasks. Half of programming is organization and keeping things neat, so actually being able to understand the methods and the process of that is tremendously helpful. Additionally, one really important thing that we've been working on this season has been synthesis. So synthesis is essentially just a robotics simulator for FRC. You can play any game, any robot, as long as you can import the fields and the model. One of the big reasons we've been trying to do this is because, the biggest issue with programming has been simply the fact that we don't have a robot to test on. Right now, we have it running on our computers and that, but we're trying to get the model imported. We've run into a lot of bugs with this, but hopefully, with the help of the design team, we'll be able to get Ortona on the field virtually. It's going to be, extremely helpful not only for being able to push code onto a robot in a virtual environment, regardless of whether or not we have access to one, but also for the drive team to actually practice driving. I really hope you all, know how proud we are of the programming team. It's been a difficult year, and I'm really proud to say that I'm happy with everybody and all the effort we've put in. Truly.
It's been a pretty crazy year for robotics, but luckily the media team has managed to meet up online and work on some things that don't require us to be in person. We've even gained some new members. This year we've worked on, this video, which you're watching right now. We've also worked on a fall sponsorship update to tell the sponsors what's been going on inside the team during the pandemic and just sort of keep them up to date. We've also revamped the website, so that has new videos and new content on it now. The link will be in the description if you want to check that out. Also, an alumni video that we've been working on where we just reach out to past alumni and talk about their experience after leaving high school and leaving the team. We've also made a new logo, which you can see right here. The media team has also been working on some manufacturing videos that can just sort of educate on how the machines in the manufacturing room work. And even though the year has been so wild and there's been so many ups and downs, I'm really glad the media team has managed to stay fairly consistent and to keep working without much slowdown. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you, guys.
So quick update from the manufacturing side of things. Next time you walk into the shop, you'll notice we got some new smaller machines. All right, so the XS Tech router and the 3D printers. It's very nice to be able to output some smaller parts and do not have to rely on the single printer in the design room anymore. You'll also notice on the Tech router and the 1100, there's some fixture plates for them. And setup difference, okay, is night and day. Okay, on the 1100, when you see it only takes like 20 seconds to put on the vise, like, unless you're Levi, that's a massive time save. Alright, last thing to note is joint project between manufacturing and design is the parametric chassis. Assuming by the time you see this, it should. There's some welding involved, but assuming it's assembled, it's gonna look very nice. And it's open on the sides. No more having to disassemble the whole thing and pull apart rivets to get at the wheels, the drive belts, or drive chains, depending on whatever we use. Yeah, very nice.
Alright, now for the design team update. This year we've done a lot of development in new ways to use CAD. We have now started to implement parametric modeling, which will allow our team to make simpler and more adjustable 3D models. Together, we have worked on several projects this year, including a spoon, a toothbrush, and our culminating project was the parametric elevator model. This project started out from a few basic sketches, but with more research and trial and error, we have reached a fully working assembly. The way the parametric model works is it's linked to an Excel spreadsheet, and when we change some of the values like the width or the different heights, the model automatically updates to match the parameters on the spreadsheet. Today, our team has two parametric models, an elevator and the drivetrain. And both of these models are a huge asset to our team as they will allow us to prototype mechanisms for a robot extremely quickly.
Next up, I'd like to welcome Mr. Douglas, who will be doing a UN summary and giving our seniors a final thank you. Here's Mr. Douglas.
Chargers, here we are at the end of another great season, and what a season it was. I know it certainly didn't turn out the way we'd hoped for, but that didn't stop us from making the most of what we had. So I want to start off by saying I'm extremely proud of the work that we did, and the future is really bright for us. So, you know, hats off to you guys and job well done. We're ready for what next year brings us. So I wanted to start off by saying a big thank you to the media team for all of your work with this outstanding video. We appreciate the effort that you put into it, and we're really grateful for that. I know you put a lot of time into it, so thanks again. Elizabeth, I thought you did an excellent job of being the team leader this year. It was your first year as team captain, and what a unique year and unique circumstances to pick up the torch and carry it forward. And I thought you did an outstanding job of leading us through a difficult year. So congratulations on a job well done, and looking forward to actually working with you, fingers crossed, and building a real robot next year. So Mrs. Lee, thanks as always for all of your hard work, your foundation for this team. We can count on you always for your support and all the work that you put in. We count on you for your leadership and especially your mentorship and helping us to make sure that the team is always heading in the right direction. Couldn't do it without you, and we are really grateful for your time and effort. Thank you so much. Mentors, it's a unique year, and a lot of you guys contributed in unique ways. Mr. Ruel, Mr. Bauern, contributing in speaking to the grade 7s within the board about your careers and the career path that you guys have taken, inspiring them. I know that those seminars that you put on for them went over really well, and I know those kids are chomping at the bit for the opportunity to get into high school and build robots with us. So thank you so much for your effort there. Mentors, time is, as you know, it's the most precious gift that we have. It's the most limited resource that we have. It's the one it's finite, right? We've got such a limited amount of time, and you guys choose to come here to our program, put in the effort, time and effort into our students to help us learn and grow and benefit from your experience. And it's one of the cornerstones of our program. We couldn't do it without you. We really, really appreciate the time that you put into our program. So thank you very much. Sponsors, you guys give us the tools that we need to be able to do what we do here, provide the support, the materials, the sponsorship. It's again, foundational for us. And we are so fortunate to have outstanding partners in education. We couldn't do what we do without you, and we're deeply grateful for you guys, especially for sticking with us and supporting us through such a challenging year. So as usual, we are graduating an outstanding group of seniors who we're absolutely certain will go on to do great things. And I just wanted to say a couple of words about them. Isaac and Jamie, I wanted to say that I have a tremendous amount of respect for the way you guys carried yourself in this program. The name of the game for you guys was continuous improvement. You took a couple of hard knocks at the beginning when you were in your grade 10 year, but you guys were diligent in recording your notes and growing and improving to the point where we could absolutely depend on your systems to be reliable in the game, and they never let us down. I was really proud of the way that you guys responded to adversity and challenge and grew from it, right? So congratulations, you guys. Tyranny, I got to say, I always appreciated your positive attitude around the team. You brought a lot of life into the team, and you're always going around making people feel good about what they are doing, asking them, getting engaged, and encouraging them to do the best job they could do. Your work with the media team was outstanding. The product speaks for itself here with our video today. The mural that you did on the shop wall here, I know that we didn't get a chance to finish it, but we will. We'll pass that on to another. As we spoke, we passed it on to another student, and that will be complete. So thank you for all of your hard work on that. It's the foundation of the project looks great, and looking forward to the finished project. Grace, I always appreciated being able to count on you. We give you a project, and you would always get it done. It would go on the robot, and they always performed flawlessly for us. So you were dependable in the program, and we appreciated that. Mateo, you came onto the team this last year, new to the team, but you grabbed the opportunity with both hands. You made the most of it. You asked lots of questions, and it was clear you were hungry to learn as much as you could and contribute wherever you could. And appreciated your positive attitude around the team and helping us to be the best we could be. Andy, your perseverance, bud. You took on big challenges for the team. Like the intake. It was that. That's a difficult challenge, and you worked really hard day and night for a lot of weeks to solve this issue. So solve the issue of getting the balls inside the robot, and know that you were a fundamental reason why this was successful, right? You did a lot of the hard lifting for this, and it showed. It was a reliable mechanism for us. We appreciate it. Blade and Emery, I appreciate being able to depend on you guys over here in the shop with the conventional machining with the lathe. You guys took that to heart. You took the training of your teammates very seriously, put a lot of effort into that. You were very knowledgeable, great resource and support for them when they needed help. And the proof was in the pudding. The product that those students put out was outstanding. And foundation of why we were winning quality awards year after year. Awards for our building was because of components like that come off the machine. They were perfect and reliable, and you guys had a huge part to do with that. Appreciated that a lot. Adam, when you look at our robots over the years, a lot of the most complicated, complex, intricate mechanisms, that's you. The tower, the elbow, the chassis. Same with previous years. That's you, bud. I could always count on you to get the really heavy and hard lifting done. And I'm really impressed with your capacity, bud. I had a blast figuring out all these problems with you, and I want to thank you for all of your hard work and perseverance with this. It speaks for itself when you look at the robot. What an outstanding job that you did. Carter and Nick, the challenges that you faced with that climbing mechanism, man, a lot of nights I thought, it was 11 o'clock when we were finishing up. I thought you were so tired. I was worried you're going to walk out and leave, and you just never did. You constantly came back, persevered, overcame challenges, stuck with it. You worked hard, and in the end, when that robot climbed up the up to the clothes hanger, man, what an incredible feeling it was. I'm sure for everybody on the team to see that robot go up, and then a lot of that had to do with your hard work in figuring out that system, challenging system, solid design with some stuff that needed to be worked out. And we just, we in the end, we nailed it. And that was thanks to your hard work. So congratulations to you guys. Appreciated that. Karina, your work with targeting and autonomous control, such a thrill for us to watch, the robot target and shoot the balls into the goal reliably. And I know there's a lot of people that was involved with that, but as a senior student, you had a lot to do with that, and it was impressive, and proud of your work. That was exciting in the game. James, appreciate all of your hard work over the years. You're a journey person for us down in programming and electrical, and you came in, you got your work done, and we can count on it, and I appreciated all your contributions. Jacob, you came in this year. You only unfortunately came in last year, but you only unfortunately got the one build season, and you were always a joy to work with. Super positive in the shop, great attitude, even when the going got tough. You just always constantly stayed positive and can-do attitude, and on those lays. A lot of parts come out that we could rely on and count on, and we did. So thank you for that, bud. Sorry that we didn't get to build more robots with you. Tal, your design speaks for itself. What you did with the mechanism down there and getting that to work at competition, we haven't seen that sort of outstanding work. That's rare, bud, and you've got a talent to solve that issue at competition and get us back on the field and working. Yep, that was quite something to see. Your work this year with the parametric chassis, with the parametric elevator, in teaching on the design team, your leadership there, you will see the fruits of your labor in the years to come when you come back and you see design won't skip a beat. And a lot of that has to do with the hard work that you put into keeping the team moving forward in the design department. So got a lot of respect for the work that you put in. Thank you so much, bud. Absolute pleasure working with you this year. Michael, same goes for you, bud. You picked up the torch here in manufacturing, and you really put in a lot of work to training our junior students. And the future is looking really sharp for CNC machining because of that work that you did. We met every week, and every week you took our group forward in learning how to machine the chassis and run the CNCs. Your work with the fixturing system on the large CNC there, allowing us to do changeovers in 5 to 10 minutes versus hours, will save us days worth of work during build season, and will allow me to put more students through this learning opportunity during day class. So it's quite a legacy to leave, outstanding legacy for other students to stand on the shoulders of that as they move forward in their careers. So my hat's off to you. Really, really enjoyed working with you, and congratulations on the Ontario Skills Championship. Gold medal winner at Ontario Skills. For those of you that don't know, it was an outstanding accomplishment. Mike, tremendously proud of you guys.
Nathan, I apologize. My original video, portion of the video got corrupted that you were included in, and we missed out on you. So you're getting the special recording coming from the Douglas home. Just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of your efforts with the programming team. They showed, like Karina's efforts, they showed in a big way last year at competition, where we saw our best performance by far from programming team. I felt it was a shame we should have won that autonomous award that they give out each year, and just goes to show how what an awesome job you and your team did. So thank you so much for all of your hard work in bringing Ortona to life last year. It was tremendous watching the robot compete on the field. Thanks.
To all of our seniors, congratulations again. We are looking forward to your undoubted success. Please keep in touch. Come back when COVID allows, and during build season. We love to see you, love to hear from you. Know that we're here for you guys if you need anything, and we wish you all of the best. Right, so keep in touch with each other. That network of support is really crucial as you move forward in your careers. So, team, challenging year, but challenge builds character. You showed your character in a year that presented difficult circumstances, and really proud of the way you responded. Really looking forward to what the future holds for our team. And I just wanted to wish you a happy and restful summer. Get away from those computers, get outside, enjoy your time. Looking forward to the fall. We'll see you then. All the best, Chargers. Bye for now.
Thank you to our valued sponsors.
Dear Promation.
Dear Burkhart Compression Canada Inc.
Dear Palermo Village Dental.
Dear CTMA.
Dear Samuel, Son & Co.
Dear Lincoln Electric.
Dear Studica.
Dear ArcelorMittal.
Dear Hatch Limited.
Dear OSG Canada.
Dear Taylor Steel.
Dear IUOE Local 793.
Dear Collins Aerospace.
Dear BMP Metals Inc.
Dear Industrious Software Inc.
Dear Cyrus Management.
Dear Renishaw.
Dear Robust Gear.
On behalf of First Robotics Team 5409, we thank you for your generosity and invaluable contributions to our team.
Although this season was different than any other we have experienced,
we managed to spend valuable time improving our systems so we can re-enter competition with confidence whenever the time comes.
Your support will provide us with the launching pad that we need to get back out there and compete with the top teams once again.
We hope that you have stayed safe this past year, and we look forward to working with you again in the very near future.
Now, here are thank yous to the mentors who have helped form our robotics team into a more successful and better place to be. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Brooks. Everyone here at the programming team just wanted to say thank you, say hello, and just wanted to let you know that in the programming team, or in programming in general, when you're working with programs, with technology, that kind of thing, there are a lot of questions to be had. There are a lot of things that we don't know and we constantly have to learn. And, in the first few years when I was in the team, we didn't really have a dedicated programming mentor to answer those questions. There was kind of a void there. We had to stumble around a little bit unguided, essentially. But thanks to your mentorship and thanks to the way you help us out, and you actually are somebody we can go to for those questions, it's helped develop us, exponentially compared to how we first were when we started out on this team. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate all of your mentorship for the team this year and every year to come.
Hey, Tom, I got the privilege of saying thank you to you for all your contributions this year to our robotics team. You stepped up in a huge way and helped us to learn fixturing systems and the ball lock system, and it's going to make a huge difference for our students in terms of engagement and capacity. Whereas before we could only put through about 4 students in an hour, with this system now we're able to put through almost up to 8. So doubling the engagement, and obviously that's going to make a huge difference for our robotics team. So we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy work schedule. You always make time for us, always available to answer the questions. We appreciate it tremendously. So thanks so much. Hope you have a great summer, and looking forward to working with you again in the fall.
Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Lee here. Team 5409 is so fortunate to have many excellent mentors. Although this year was a little different and not all of them could fully participate as they normally would, we didn't want to let the year go by without recognizing all of their contributions to our team. So without further ado, we would like to thank Craig Bowen, Ray Carby, Froy Santos, Charmaine and Dan Wong, Adam Bonin, Oja Soni, Ahmed El-Tarawi, Oliver Frischmuth, and Christopher Wu. We really hope that we'll see you back again with our team when we're able to get out there and make robots and compete. Have a great year, everyone.
Mr. Chang, you haven't known each other very long. You're a very pun-tastic person. Even though auto's your day class, you're able to pick up what we do in manufacturing very quickly, and I'm sure you'll be able to offer some great insight going forward. So on behalf of the team, thank you.
On behalf of the electrical sub-team, I would like to thank Mr. Sauve for sending us off to a good start this year, guiding us through leadership skills towards making progress as a sub-team over this unusual past year. I would also like to personally thank Mr. Sauve for his mentorship over the electrical sub-team for the past 4 years that I've been around, providing us with lots of guidance and learning opportunities, allowing us to grow as part of this team.
Hi, Kevin. I'm standing here beside two of your many contributions to the teams over the years. It's contributions like these that have created a huge foundation for our team that a tremendous amount of our success is built off of. You're so selfless with your time. You're always available to answer the call and put out a fire for us. Your technical expertise is world class. And, I want to just say a heartfelt thank you because I don't think we could do what we do without you. And you are, in my opinion, you're the epitome of what a mentor should be. There for the kids first and foremost. So great with them. You're looking after them, cheering them on at competition, and here rooting them on in the shop, getting them to think critically, getting them to solve problems, and we are deeply grateful for all that you do for us. So, Kevin, thank you so much. Looking forward to building another robot with you next year. Have a great summer. Bye for now.
Mr. Douglas, call Victor the money man. But you're out here getting funding for shops, for school boards all around. And if that wasn't enough, right? You're in the shop, cutting out parts when we can't be there. Somebody can ask a question, you'll be back with an answer by the very next day. So it's hard to put into words. But on behalf of the team, thank you.
Hey, Miss Lee. On behalf of myself, the media team, and all of 5409, I just want to thank you for all the hard work and dedication you've put in this year. You've handled so much of the organization and all the planning, and it's really helped our videos come together nicely. You've always helped the team adapt to basically any challenge, and a huge one this year was moving online for quarantine. And you handled that transition beautifully, and it almost seems seamless. You always bring fresh, helpful ideas to the table, and it's just always a positive energy working with you, and I love that. To summarize, you put in so much energy and time and planning to the media team, and you're the heart of this team. It really wouldn't be the same without you, so thank you.
We'd like to extend a special thanks to alumni, former team captain, and electrical team lead Adam Sokaz, who offered his time this year to educate the electrical sub-team on programmable logic controllers. His first-hand experience and insights were invaluable, and we are grateful for his undertaking to create a more engaging year for our juniors. Using what they've learned from Adam about PLCs, our junior members will be able to create a more accurate field replica next season. This will aid us greatly during the season, allowing us to test and practice with our robot, enabling our success at future competitions.
Hey everyone, on behalf of the design sub-team, I'd like to give a massive thank you to our mentors, Mr. White and Mr. Koresha. You two have guided us tremendously this season, and we hope that you'll continue to support our robotics team in the future. Thank you for all of your hard work and all of your help.
Now for a sad but proud thank you to our seniors who will be leaving this year. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication. The team really won't be the same without you guys. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emre. I've been a part of Team 5409 since grade 9. During preseason and build season, I've been a part of the manufacturing sub-team, where my main focus was the conventional machines. So if you had any questions about the lathe, you'd come to me and I'd obviously answer them, because I was a master with the lathe. But other than that, during competitions, I'd be a part of the scouting team, where I'd be responsible for setting up timetables for our scouts for when they should be scouting. I would set up spreadsheets, insert all the data that we would get from the scouts into the spreadsheets, and also find a way to interpret that data so that our strategists can find a good strategy against their opponents for the upcoming matches. My favorite season was definitely our last season, which unfortunately got cut short due to COVID, but it was easily our best season yet. Everyone put a lot of hard work into it, and the robot just worked wonders during competition. My favorite memory was when the casters sing, "Look at 5409, the scoring machine." Who would have thought
that we'd be called the scoring machine, especially like after making a scissor lift, you know. But other than that, what are my future plans? Next year I'll be going to McMaster for engineering starting in the fall, which will be pretty fun. But we'll see where that gets me. Some words of wisdom I have for the future generation, and or new grade 9s that'll be coming in. Make sure to stay on top of your on top of all your school stuff. You know, school does get rough sometimes, but don't worry about it too much because, you know, the teachers have your back. If you ever need some time, you know, don't be afraid to talk to Dougie, Mr. Sauve, or any of the other mentors, and just ask them for some time to do your homework, or, you know, leave a little bit early so you can study for your test the next day and stuff like that. Keep up with your school because that's the most important thing during school. But, you know, robotics is always great because you're gonna get so many life lessons out of that. Just great experiences that you definitely won't experience anywhere else. I'd like to say thank you to all the mentors and everyone who's been sponsoring us and aiding our team. You know, it helps a lot. Some of you guys might not realize, but like this program changes the lives for many of us, including me. You know, without Mr. Douglas, I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you, Dougie. But yeah, that's all from me today. See you guys some other time.
Hello, my name's Sirenny. I was on the design and media team. I didn't really have a specific role or job, but I took care of a whole bunch of tasks, from designing the posters, taking pictures and videos, and designing the yearbook page. I've been on the team for 2 years now. Last year was my first, and so therefore, last year was also my favorite season, Infinite Recharge. It was my only season, but I'd say it was a pretty good one. My favorite memory was just hanging out with the rest of the team. Everyone's so great to get along with. Every meeting, dinner, just being on the bus, it was such a blast. And my future plans, I'll be going to Sheridan, hopefully doing something in arts, illustration, I think. Whatever that is, I hope it goes smoothly. And for words of wisdom for future generations, I think that honestly, just have fun. Like, don't stress yourself out too much and have fun. I'm not sure what else I'd like to share, but I hope that everyone does well, and honestly, if you want to reach out, just go ahead. I'll probably respond. And yeah, I wish you all the best, and don't forget me. Okay, bye.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael. I'm from manufacturing, been doing CNC since grade 9. Well, not the CNC part, but I've been manufacturing since grade 9. And though it was cut short, 2020 is my favorite year. Ortona, that autonomous, smooth as hell, right? My favorite memory, so I'll preface this, those of you who get it, you'll get it. It's a toss-up between throw it out, the lathe, and the scientific classification of the Dougie minute. So after this, like, you know, not direct, when I graduate, I'll be heading off to McMaster for engineering, and I'll leave you with some words of wisdom. All right. I'll start with a stolen quote. Okay. You get out what you put in. It's like investing. You start with a little bit, and it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and then your life revolves around robotics. Now, your academics take precedent. Always remember, all right, if you are failing your classes to show up at robotics, I love the enthusiasm, but please don't fail your classes to do your extracurriculars. It's no good. Don't do that. If you gotta ask the teacher, you tell him, hey, listen, if I don't go home and study now, I'm gonna fail the upcoming test. They'll understand. They are teachers. Well, not all of them, but the ones who are, they'll understand, and they'll let you off for the night. And not just the teachers, but seniors too, right? You can ask us for help with your homework or help with your robotics things. We're always willing to lend a hand. We don't bite, probably. And I'll leave you off with another stolen quote. All right. How do you move a mountain? One shovelful at a time.
Hey Chargers, I hope everyone is doing alright and wrapping up the school year successfully. My name is Nick, I'm in grade 12, and throughout my time on the robotics team, I was mainly a part of the manufacturing sub-team. Last year on the robot, my primary role was working on the climber with Carter. My favorite memory is definitely seeing that thing climb for the first time at the competition. We had put so many late nights into that thing and hard work, and took it apart probably 5 times or maybe more. Even going into the competition a little skeptical as to whether it would work, but finally seeing that all that pay off made it so worth it at the end. My advice for anyone thinking about joining robotics would be just to go for it. The skills that I learned and that you can learn are just things that cannot be taught in the classroom. The problem solving, the perseverance that you have to go through will help you in the rest of your life, I think. I know for me, after I time managed the robotics and staying on top of schoolwork at the same time, literally everything else since then has felt incredibly easy. In the future, I'm going to be going to McMaster University to do an Automotive and Vehicle Bachelor of Technology. And I hope everyone stays safe in the future. Bye.
Hi, it's Carter. I was part of the manufacturing team since grade 11. I was mostly responsible for the climbing mechanism on our robot. My favorite memory would be just going to the competition and seeing all of our hard work pay off. It was a great experience, and I recommend it to anyone interested in manufacturing or robotics. My future plans would be to go to Conestoga College. I'm going there for manufacturing engineering technology, which is welding and robotics.
Hi there, I'm Jamie, one of the sub-team leads on electrical. I was responsible for all the wiring, working with the design team to make sure that there was space for electronic components, and assembling and testing the gearboxes and motors for the robot. I've been on the team for 4 years since grade 9, and my favorite season was 2019 Deep Space. My favorite memory is watching Ortona finally make the hang at Georgian College for the first time. It was so satisfying. Next year, I plan on going to the University of Toronto for computer science. If I had to say one thing for future juniors, it's to go above and beyond with your efforts, and that will make watching our robot at competition so much more fulfilling.
Hey, my name is Tal Kaufman. I'm a grade 12 student and I was a design leader for this year's robotics season. My main responsibilities this year were teaching the younger members of our design team how to use CAD. We created a brand new nomenclature system to name our files. And together, we worked on several projects like the toothbrush model, which incorporated all of our basic tools that we know in Inventor. We also made a spoon, which uses more advanced surface modeling tricks. And our culminating projects this year was a parametric elevator, which we started from some basic sketches and ideas, and now we have a fully functional model. So today, our team has 2 parametric models in our arsenal. We have the elevator and the drivetrain. Both of these CAD models are linked to Excel spreadsheets, and they will allow our team to prototype many variations of those mechanisms very quickly, perhaps even during kickoff day. I joined the team last year, so Infinite Recharge was my favorite season and the only season I've ever participated in. One of my favorite memories during that season was on our competition day. Our climber needed an urgent part replacement, and Mr. Douglas took a Sharpie and sketched out the part on his hand. And I sort of understood what he wanted, So instead of going back into the stands and keep watching matches, I decided, you know what, let me try and be useful. I started running around Georgian College looking for a computer I could design on, and thankfully I found a supervisor who was willing to help me create that part. And in about an hour, the part fit perfectly and we fixed the climber. So we have all heard of manufacturing, electrical, even programming members in the pit fixing the robot, but I think that was the first ever pit design session. I was just really happy to help the team in whatever way I could. For post-secondary, I'll be attending the University of Waterloo for mechanical engineering. A big part of that career decision came from my experience on the robotics team. That's why if I had to give one piece of advice to future generations, it would be, don't be afraid to try things out. From my experience, high school has really been all about exploring your strengths and passions. So use your time in high school to join interesting clubs, and when you find that one skill that gives you fulfillment, pursue it. Work towards a career that you'll truly enjoy, rather than what others expect from you. And I've got one more final message for my design members. This year has been abnormal, and I'm just so proud of how far you've all gone. It's been a pleasure teaching and getting to know each and every one of you. I know I gave you a lot of work this season, and this has probably been like an extra course for you, but trust me when I say this. The best part about being a designer is seeing your mechanisms work in real life. When I saw my climber lifting that robot up, it was such a great feeling. That's when I knew I wanted to design for my career. And if you choose to stick around next year, I promise you that when your designs come to life in competition, you'll think back on the season. And you will know that all of this learning that you did, all that hard work was all totally worth it. Anyways, that's all I have. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Hey, it's Isaac. As a quick introduction for those that don't know me that well, I've been on this team for the past 4 years since my grade 9 year, back in the 2018 season. And I've been on the team as a member of the electrical sub-team for the past 4 years, as well as a member of the pit crew and load-in team, and occasionally as our on-field technician during competition. If you were to ask me what my favorite season was, it would definitely have to be the 2020 season, or the last season we had in person. This is mainly because it was the season where I felt we had the most progress based on the learning and the experience we gained from the previous years to make Ortona, which I feel is the best robot our team has made to date. In terms of next year, my plan is to go to McMaster for engineering. I'm looking to apply for the mechatronics discipline, but we'll see where I go from there. In terms of advice I'd give the next generation of students, I definitely have to say just to participate in as much as you can. Learn as much as you can, gain all the information you can, make as many friends as you can, and make as many connections as you can. The first robotics program is a really valuable experience, and it'll give you back as much as you put in. There are many opportunities for learning and growth as a member of the team, with many experiences you can have in building your skills, but as well as friends and mentors that can help you grow as a person along the way. Personally, for me, it's been a really big growth experience, and I feel I've gained a lot from being part of the program. And it's something that I wouldn't give up for anything else. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I was part of the manufacturing team as a member of the lathe crew. On the lathe, we usually make a lot more smaller parts, but as Mr. Douglas will probably tell you, even the smallest parts can make the biggest differences when it comes to competition. I was only on the team for 2 years, last year being my first, but I really do gotta say, being on the team was some of the most fun I've had in my entire high school career. Everyone on the team is super friendly and dedicated to making the robot, so it makes for a really great environment for learning and kind of feeding off other people's energy, which would really motivate you. Since I was only there for 1 season, being last year's Infinite Recharge, I gotta say that's my favorite one. Working on the robot for that was really fun. It was so cool. We had a ball throwing mechanism that was unlike anything I've ever seen before. My favorite memory, that was probably, even though it may sound a little bit unconventional, it's got to be staying late nights with everybody on the team. Even though everyone was super tired and kind of low on energy, knowing that other people were on a like-minded goal that you were, and kind of pushing for the same outcome really helped you get remotivated and kind of push through the really tough times. So that was really fun. Regarding my future, I plan on going to Sheridan for film and production. Not really that robotics related, but it kind of goes to show you that even if you're not going to robotics, any of the robotics sub-teams in the future being, design, manufacturing, or programming, you can still take a lot from robotics, like, teamwork, working with teamwork, right? Working with others, just being in a workplace environment almost, and being with supervisors. It's all just a great experience overall for even just for life too. And so finally, for people in future years, I would say just be determined and persevere. A lot of times you may be overwhelmed and the work may be really hard, but really once you see the robot out on the field, you'll feel a sense of pride and joy seeing that you helped make that robot and now it's rolling on the field and doing all the things that it was designed to.
Hi, I'm Grace. I have been on the team for 3 years now. I joined in grade 10 and I am on the design sub-team, so we're mainly responsible for modeling the parts of the robot, planning how the pieces are going to fit together, and also looking at what materials we may need. My favorite season is probably Deep Space. You can see the poster that I have from that year, and reason being that there was a lot of creativity put into that game, and the components of the game and all the rules, and we were given a lot of freedom to as to how we're actually going to play the game. And I also really like the theme of, Deep Space. My favorite memory, it's really the little things that stick out the most. So I'd say my favorite memory is just the bus rides on the trip, because even really long bus rides, they don't feel that long when you're with all of your friends. And yeah, so for post-secondary, I will be going to Sheridan College for interaction design. So we're going to be working a lot with AR and VR. And yeah, I'm excited for that. My words of wisdom. I don't have a lot of wisdom, but if I had to say one thing, it would be make yourself heard, because you deserve to be heard and you deserve to be able to express your ideas and thoughts and feelings just as much as anyone else around you does. So, if you're going to be involved with robotics in the future, I wish you the best of luck. Let's hope that things turn out better than they did this year with COVID and all. So yeah, wash your hands. Wash your hands and don't cough on people.
Thank you to our media team for creating such a wonderful video. And thank you to the entirety of the team for continuing to participate and continuing to commit to this team. Thank you to our graduates who were all such key members of this team and who were amazing role models for their younger peers and such great friends. And finally, thank you to the mentors for taking time out of their busy lives to commit to this team and to continue to learn with us and to guide us when we were having trouble. This year has been a difficult one, and there have been a lot of changes, and I'm really proud of everyone for continuing to come out to robotics and continuing to try to create something different and create something new, and to continue to try to learn. To end off this video, I wanted to leave everyone with one of my favorite statements made by famous actor Noah Centineo. It matters not what you have done, but what you do with what you've done for others. Thank you, and I hope to see everyone next year.
Thanks everybody for joining us, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you all next year. Have a great summer.
I just want to start a flame in your heart.